What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of the Marshall Monitor 3 A.N.C headphones. Now, these guys have been out for a little bit and they've been on my radar to grab. So I went ahead and grabbed them now. So I really wanted to at least give them a try and see what they're like. All right. So I wanted to do this unboxing with you and we're going to see how these perform. All right. First, let's go ahead and talk about price and specs. First, the price. You can pick these guys up now at $229 or $229.99. So $230. Sorry. As always, I'll leave links in the description below to where you can pick these up. They come in 3 different colors. You got black, you got pitch black, and then you have the cream color, which is the one that we have here. All right. The difference between the black and the pitch black is that with the pitch black, all of the detailing is blacked out completely. That's the difference. All right. So as far as specs go, they rock Bluetooth 5.3. They are Bluetooth LE audio ready. So if you want to just use that low energy audio Bluetooth, you got that there. As far as codec support, you only have AAC and SBC support. So there is no high res audio for these, which I think is a miss. As far as noise canceling, they do have an active noise canceling system with transparency mode. And, we will definitely be testing that out. As far as battery life, excuse me. Sorry, as far as battery, with ANC off, you get 100 hours of playback time. With ANC on, you get 70 hours, as it says here, 70 hours of wireless playtime. They do have a fast charging capability. 15 minutes will get you an additional 12 hours of battery life, which is awesome. You can get like a whole day's worth in just 15 minutes. Remarkable. They do not have any water resistance rating, however, so you want to be careful of what situations that you wear these in, as far when it comes to like moisture and everything like that, water and all that. So you want to be very careful. All right. As far as features go, these rock 32 millimeter dynamic drivers, kind of small based on today's not standard but more commonly used 40 millimeter and stuff like that. They have the Marshall signature sound. They got soundstage spatial audio, adaptive loudness. You got that rugged foldable design, wired and wireless listening options. You got multi-directional knob and button controls, multi-point connectivity, and app support for Android and iOS. So let's go ahead and jump in this box and see what we got here. You also have an option for Spotify tap on here as well, if you use a Spotify streaming service. All right, let's go ahead and get these. Again, I try to keep this as pristine as possible. I really wanted to just test these out. I did have a pair of the Marshall earbuds. I did do a video on them a couple years ago. So I never got the chance to do the headphones. So here we are. All right, let's go ahead and pop this off. Again, we got the cream color here. All right, I like the presentation. That cream with the gold lettering. Marshall established in 1962. All right. So we have the case here with the headphones in it. Nice soft faux leather. Is it leather? Yeah, it's like a faux leather type of case, but I like the way it looks. I do. You got your clip for like a carabiner. You can plug this on like your luggage or anything like that. It's got the Marshall branding embroidered in it. Very nice. All right, we'll come back to this. Let's see what else we got in here. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this. We can get this whole thing out? No. Okay, so we have in here is our quick start guide. And looks like legal and safety information as well. We're going to keep that back in there because we might need to come back to that. And here on the other side, we have our cable. It's like a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter cable. Okay. I would really like to see a more of a like a Velcro type of a Velcro strap for these for wire management. I think I might have some around. I can doctor that up. But man, I like that cable. You got the extends out, reminiscent of like your DJ headphones and stuff like that have them from back in the day. Well, even today they still have them. But again, nice long cable. Got some little rigid ridges on it, so it makes it easier to grip when you're inserting or plugging in and unplugging. I like that little detail there as well on it. And that is it. There is no charging cable in the box, so you're going to have to supply your own charging box cable there. All right, we'll put that stuff back together later on. Let's get this out the way. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the headphones. All right. A nice smooth zipper too. Zips nice and smooth all the way around. Very nice. All right, so let's go ahead and pop that open. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice soft material on the inside. Is that a magnet? That is a magnet. Okay. And I stand corrected. We have a small USB-C to USB-C cable. Well, I guess this is for charging with the Marshall branding on it. And it also has those that ridges on it for get a nice firm grip on. So, and again, I like this case is magnet. Got soft, almost like velour type of material. Looks elegant. All right, so let me see. Let me go grab my. I'm gonna get a Velcro cable for the USB for the audio cable. I'm gonna drop that in there as well. Keep it all as one. Very, very clean, like that. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look. Switch this around. We're gonna flip it around here. Pull these headphones out. All right, nice, almost like rubberized feel. A little bit more of a firm, stiffer feel than the case itself, but still very nice looking. Got the Marshall branding. Let's go ahead and peel this sticker. All right, we got that. And let's see, we got the other sticker on the other side. Do we got one on? Nope, we don't have one on the other side. That's weird. Okay, so we got that. Let's go ahead and get the film off. Take the film. Film for the cups. Okay. And here we go. Let's unravel them. There they are. I do like the cream color ones. I do like that. Let me see. Do they? Oh, they do 180. So you can lay them flat either way. That's a score for me. I love on headphones. You're able to do that with headphones. All right, and of course you got your headband here. Is this separate? Okay, so that protects the cable. All right, so you got your faux leather around the top. Feels good. Doesn't, but of course you got the headband here, so that should give you some nice support there. And I like that little detail right there. Established 1962. I like the way they did that. Very nice. All right. Again, 32 millimeter speakers inside, but they are really deep. And I like the fact that it slants from the front to the back. So it's not a, so, you know, the bigger portion of your ear is not touching the back wall, which I really do like that. I like the fact that they did that. You got your left and right branding on there. You got right here and, of course, left on the other side. I like the fact that the wiring, they show you the little bit of wiring there. Let's do a little stretch. See how it stretches out. You got the headband right there protecting you and also protecting the cable. Let me go ahead and get this case out the way. All right, very nice. All right, let's go ahead and take a walk around the headphones themselves. This is pretty good. All right, so as you can see here, let me zoom in a little bit because of the light and some of the stuff you might be missed. All right, so here we go. We got a multi-purpose button here on the arm right here. You've got your ANC button over here on the left for, you know, to function ANC. You got your multi-directional button here for, my guess is for volume, skip and reverse tracks, play, pause, and more likely pairing, I believe. Here And then of course you got your USB-C charging port here at the bottom. Sorry, I had a delivery. Of course, you got your different speakers for your noise canceling on both ear cups. And I like the way these pads feel. All right, so far. Memory foam inside. I like that. All right, let's go ahead and put these guys on real quick and see what they look like. All right, here's how they look on. Very comfortable, soft. The ear cups, the ear cushions or ear pads rather, are very soft. So I'm not having any issues with that. I'm getting really good noise isolation. Seeing very light, and the headband. I'm very comfortable. It's very comfortable on the head, just slightly. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just slightly touching here on my head. So again, very, very comfortable, surprisingly comfortable. I thought because of the driver size that the actual ear cups might be a little cramped, a little tight around my ears. But I'm very comfortable now. If you have a larger ear, you may experience a different feeling or different result than I do. But I still think these are very, very comfortable. All right, man, I'm very impressed with this so far. I do like the cream color as well. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get these paired up, and we're going to take a walk through their app and see what settings they have. Stay strapped in. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys paired up. We're going to go ahead and press the multifunction button here. All right, man, the Google Fast Pair. Wow, that wasn't in there. So what we're going to do now is we go ahead and get this connected. I like the fact that it does have Google Fast Pair. Beautiful. All right, we get these guys paired up. All right, let's go and get into setup here. All right, looks like I got to update the app. It's been a while since I've used it, so let's go ahead and get that done. All right, we back in. We got it all set up and everything. We are paired into the app. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. Right at the top, you got your plus button here. So this is where you can add other devices in if you have them. I got to find my earbuds for my Marshall earbuds and get them connected to this app as well. It's been a long time. Anyway, you got the name of your device here at the top. You got the battery level here. You got a picture of the headphones. And I like the fact that it already came up to match the color of my headphones as well. And of course, moving down, you got your noise control options. You got ANC. You got your off, and then you got transparency, and you can turn that up and down however you like. Sorry. Let me see if I can get it to go. There we go. You can go up and down as well you like. High transparency all the way down to low. All right, then of course you got your equalizer. I haven't taken a look at this. You got a 5-band. You can turn on adaptive loudness, which I normally don't do. Okay, you can do different types. You got your I guess this is the one where you can program it yourself, and then you got your other equalizer ones. You can drop down where you can go and select your different modes. You got bass boost. You can do custom, which you can go ahead and fix it. You can do Marshall signature, which is just like the first one, which is locked in. And then of course you got mid boost, treble boost, and then of course mid reduction, almost like a V shape. Well, we'll play with that in a little bit. We're gonna go back to custom for right now. And of course you got different ways you can program your different buttons here. I'm sorry. You got your different buttons. So you got your M button. First, you got your ANC button. You can select your noise options here where you can do ANC and transparency, which is basically what I would use. I don't use the off option there. Then, of course, you got your M button, which you can go ahead and do whatever you wanted to do. You can have it do Spotify tap, equalizer, will cycle through all your presets. You can do the sound stage, or you can do voice assistant. Or I would put it as soundstage myself, because that would probably be something I would change. And then of course you could set it to do nothing at all. All right. So we'll leave it as soundstage for right now. I might change that up. Then you got Spotify tap. Actually, if you have a Spotify account, you can go ahead and use that. I don't. Then of course you got your interactive sounds. Actually, let me go back to the M button. I jumped ahead. Let's go back to the M. Oh no, that's right. Okay, we're good. I thought I missed it. All right. I don't know what that. All right, so you got your interactive sounds. You can turn that off and on. So like basically gives you audio prompts when you go to press the button or anything like that. And of course you got autoplay pause, which is your wear detection. So basically you can take them off. See, they'll pause it, put them back on. It will play. Battery preservation, extend battery life, the battery lifespan of your device. If you go in there, you can do preservation or you can go none. So you got a max. Everything's max, maximum charging speed, everything's turned up. But again, they say it shortens the life of the battery over the long term. So, or, you know, so you can do that, or you can just do, I guess, standard, medium. I put it at standard. Let me see. No, I'll put it at max. Yeah, there you go. And then you got your power off timer. You can set it to power off. It says at 1 hour. You can really get down to it. We'll say 30 minutes. 30 minutes is good. All right, save that standby time. So now I got to set off for 30 minutes. And when not connected. Okay, we'll say 10 minutes. That's fine. Actually, yeah, we'll do this. I'll set that for an hour. All right, we'll save that. All right, that's my standby time. All right, so there it is. So then, of course, you got your about device. You know, you go in, you got your name, the serial number, firmware version, and if you want to forget the device, say for instance you lose them, sell them, something like that, you want to take them out of your system, out of your app, you can go ahead and hit forget device, and it's gone. All right. So, okay, of course, actually down here at the bottom here, you've got your audio functions here. I have no audio playing. So, but you got play, pause, skip, reverse, and you got your volume slider here just so you can access it for if you're listening to music or audio in general. Then, of course, down here at the bottom, you got 3 icons here. You've got home, which is our screen here. We got explore. So if you press that, it can take you where you can look up all their other devices, all the other products here. So you got your true wireless, you got the Monitor 4, the Motif. These are the ones I have here. I got to find them. The Motif 2 A.N.C. Then you got the Monitor 3. And of course you got the other over ear earbuds or headphones. Then you got the Milton and the Major. Those are the on ears. And of course you've got your mod EQ and the mod. And of course, you got your speakers and everything like that. You got a whole Marshall has a whole catalog of devices, and you can take a look at on here. All right. Then, of course, down here you got more, and this will take you into where you got help, newsletters. You got your analytics. You got your English, the app English or language you can switch to. Then, of course, you got your end user like agreement, you got free and open source software, and then about us. So you got all your information and stuff you need for the device. All right. So again, very clean, the very clean app. I like the way it looks, and I like the fact that it gives you all different kinds of features and everything in it. Well done. Very, very. I do like it. I really do. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and jump into some testing on these. We're going to see how these things sound. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. Next up, we're going to try is the multi-point connectivity test on these. We're going to see if we can connect them to both devices at the same time. We're also going to check to see if we have auto switching. All right, so we already know that we've got the Monitor 3s. Whoops, sorry about that. All right, we already know we got the Monitor 3s already paired up to the Z Trifold. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and pair them to the Tab S11 Ultra. And then we're going to see if we can connect them together. All right, so let's go ahead and turn off Bluetooth here on the Z Trifold. We're going to set that off to the side. And we're going to go ahead and they automatically went back into pairing mode. I don't know because of the light and how white they are, but there you can see a pulsing light. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn these off. And then we're going to turn them back on and go right into pairing. All right, there it is. And we've got them there, so we're going to go ahead and connect. That Google Fast Pair, I absolutely love it for us Android users. All right, so we are connected here. Do I want to go? Let's go into the app here real quick and just take a look. real quick on my tablet. Let's go ahead. All right, boom, 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 boom. All right, so it is working there on the tablet as well. All right. Yep, everything seems to be working there. I like that's huge on there. That's huge. All right, so I was just doing that for my own gratification there. Sorry about that. But now we're gonna go ahead and turn on the Bluetooth to the Z trifold rather. We're gonna go ahead and connect here. See, we get it. All right. And as you can see there, we have it connected to both devices on the Z trifold as well as the Tab S11 Ultra. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead. Cancel that sleep mode. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to pull up some video. All right. Let's go ahead and go to content. Just going to grab a video here. And we're going to pause that. All right, let's go ahead and grab a video off of content. Let's go here. Actually, you know what? We'll do one of my do a short here. Let's go ahead and play that. All right, so we got it all queued up. Okay. Shout out to Kendall Little from Aku. He was on my last live stream. Appreciate him pulling up, spending some time, spreading some knowledge. All right, so we go ahead and put these on. All right, so we'll go ahead and hit play on the tablet. All right, we got audio coming out of the tablet now. All right, so let's go ahead and pause that. We're going to hit play here on the Z trifold. All right. We got audio coming out of the trifold as well. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hit play here on the tablet and see if my audio automatically switches from my phone to my tablet, thus pausing the video here on my phone. All right, here we go. Yes, it does switch. However, it does not pause my audio. Odd enough. I don't know if it's because it's a short or what. But we're going to test it on another video as well. But let's go ahead and go back. Okay, so it worked here. You see how it paused here? So it must be because this is a short. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pause that. We're going to go back. Oh, let me go back in. Wow. Okay, another thing I just found out is when I closed out the app here, it went back to playing here on my tablet. That's very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and grab, that's not where I want to be. Let's go ahead and grab another video. All right, we'll just grab this one here real quick since it's in the way. Boom, it paused it. I'm always touching stuff. All right, it paused it immediately. As soon as I went in, it paused it. So let me show you. We're going to go ahead, hit it. So auto switching does work. And it works on various levels. The one thing you got to worry about is if you're watching a short on one and you go into an actual video on the other one. Jeez. All right. It will bring in the audio from your second device, but the short will continue to run. So that may happen also if you're like watching a TikTok review or a TikTok video or even something on Facebook. So you want to make sure you are aware of that. Because even though if you're switching to one device from another, that content will still continue to run even though you can't hear the audio from it. So you want to keep that in mind as well. But if going from one device to another, actually, you know what? I want to test this one more time. Let's get a little bit more in depth. We're going to play a movie. Let's pull a movie up. Okay. You know me. But let's pull a movie up and see what happens, okay? We'll go old school. All right. All right, we got it playing. All right, we got old school. We got the original Star Trek playing. Yeah, I'm a sci-fi nut. I'm a Trekkie. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and hit play here on this regular YouTube video. Let's see if it pauses. Yes, it works. Even works on audio with different apps as well. So very, very cool. All right. Not only do we have multi-point connectivity, but we also have, wow, I paused that, then waited a few seconds and went right back to my movie. Awesome. We have auto switching. Yeah, I absolutely love it. All right. So what we're gonna do now is continue our testing. I'm just blown away by how that functionality worked. That's crazy. Let's continue. All right. Next up, we're gonna test is the wear sensor. We're gonna see how fast it pauses your audio when you take the headphones off. All right. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead. We got a video already queued up, so we're going to hit play. All right. So now we got audio playing through the headphones. So we're gonna take them off. All right. This is about a few seconds here. I didn't get a chance to count, so we're going to go ahead and put them back on. But you see how long it took. Let's put them back on. Okay. I got a little chime, and it started up in less than a second. All right. So let's go ahead and try it again. We're going to take these off. 1, 2, 3. I would say 4 seconds because I waited a second before I counted. But I would say about 4 seconds, and then it paused it. So could be faster. I was hoping for it to be faster. Now, resume is faster. It does come through. I get a little chime, and then the audio starts playing again. We're going to do it one more time just to make sure. All right. We're taking them off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just about 4 seconds. All right. So I was right on that. About 4 seconds from removal to pause. But when you put it back on, there is about a second before it starts again. 1. Yep. Now audio's playing. So it does work. A little slower taking them off, but less than a second to resume your audio when playing. When you put them back on, rather. Not bad. Not bad. Let's continue. This is a mic test with the Marshall Monitor 3 A.N.C headphones in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Marshall Monitor 3 A.N.C headphones in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Marshall Monitor 3 A.N.C headphones in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Marshall Monitor 3 A.N.C headphones in a crowded location. All right, we are out for an ANC test with the Marshall Monitor 3 ANC headphones. As you see, we are at the busy intersection here. We got the headphones on. We got a light breeze coming from my left to the right. And right now, let me pull my headphone or my app out. Right now, I don't know if you can see that with the glare, but we do have it in transparency mode, and I can tell you right now that it is doing a fantastic job with the transparency. It is. I can hear just about everything. Make sure I'm snug. Make sure I feel like I'm a little. There we go. All right. So, but yeah, transparency is working fantastic on these. I can hear everything. All the traffic behind me and stuff like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and put these guys in noise canceling. All right. Noise canceling has been turned on. And I'll tell you right now, it's a huge difference between this and transparency. It's gotten a whole lot quieter. My vehicle is over here running right now, but I cannot hear it. Okay. But I could barely hear the cars behind me as they drive by. I mean, is it blocking out 100% of all the audio or ambient noise rather? No, it's not. But it is doing a fantastic job at blocking out or not even minimizing the actual sound of these guys. I don't know how well the microphone is picking up the ambient noise, but it's gotten substantially quiet with these headphones. But again, not completely blocking out everything. So if I had to choose, actually, before I go into that segment, let me tell you this. Right now, I am not listening to any audio while doing this testing. This is strictly the strength of the noise canceling technology built into these headphones. So, and that's what we're rocking with right here. So I just wanted to point that out. All right. So now, if I had to rate these between 1 and 10, 1 being absolute trash, 10 being the best ever, as far as noise canceling goes, I would happily give these guys a 7.5. Um, I was gonna say 8, but I'm not. I don't think they're at that 8 at the 8 level. But 7.5 works for me. Again, it's not knocking out some audio. It's making it a lot quieter. Like I said, my car is right here, not even 5 feet away. Well, maybe about 5 feet away. I can barely hear the motor. It's running right now. I got the AC turned on and everything, so it's really kicked in. But I could barely hear that, and I could barely hear like the traffic here. But it's still some is seeping through. So 7.5 on this one. I'm very comfortable with that, and yeah, not bad for Marshall. All right, not bad. All right, so this has been the ANC test for the Marshall Monitor 3 A.N.C headphones. Nice work. All right, next up is our button control test. I did turn off the wear sensor, so we can go ahead and do this right here. You can see me actuated, since if I was having the headphones on, you would not be able to see me actuate the functionality, because this is what you would see on camera, because all the controls are towards the rear, behind, towards the back of your head, or towards the rear of you, so you won't be able to see this. All right, so we'll go ahead and first off, we're going to start with the noise canceling. I want to see you guys see they have their own ANC button here at the end, on the end of the ear cup here, on the end of the arm. So if I press it, it will cycle me through my noise canceling features. I got ANC on now. If I press it again, turns me back to transparency. I do not have the off option checked in the settings, so I'm only bouncing between those two. But that's what this one's specifically for here. All right, so now we come over to the right ear cup, the Marshall branded button. I have this set for voice assistant, so if I press it, what's the weather for tomorrow? All right.
Pennsylvania tomorrow will be partly cloudy with a low of 56 and a high of 80.
Okay, so it comes up and you hear it through the speaker, through the your ear cups, and it works just fine. All right, so now we go in and jump into my music here. So we got that queued up. So now we're gonna be dealing with just this function knob here. All right, so if you press it once, it'll play. It'll play. All right, we got audio. We press it again. Pause it. Okay, now if I want to skip to the next one, you want to push it forward. If you're wearing it, it'll be, say you're wearing it this way. If you push it forward, it will skip to the next song, as you see there. And if you push back, it will skip to the previous song, to the previous track. But if you press and hold, let me see. Yep. All right. So I thought it could do like a fast forward type of deal, but I don't know if it's going to do it here, but it's going to do it on audio. So let me see. All right. So no, it's not doing it here, but I think you can do a press like a fast forward, or you can hit back, press back. It took me back to the beginning of the song. Press back one more, takes me to the next song. All right. I thought it could do like a fast forward option. Maybe not on this type of format or this type of app, but if I'm playing something, I guess native, like a Google player or something like that, it might work. Or a Samsung player, it might work. I don't know. I might even be wrong about that. But the skip and reverse option works. Now, if I use this and press up, it will increase my volume. As you can see, I keep pressing. If I press and hold, it does go up gradually. If I press down, that decreases. Now I'm not pressing. I'm just holding. You see it going down. I like that. You can press and hold, and it'll either go one way or the other. All right. I love that. And it does the same thing if you want to skip tracks. You can't do it there. You got to keep pressing. And same thing with back. I thought you'd be able to just cycle through. But either way, it works. All right. So I like the fact that they're actual touch buttons. I mean, I love touch controls and everything like that. I'm a big fan of those. But sometimes you like that push button audible sound you get as well. I really do like the way it looks. I love this multifunction knob here as well. This also works with answering in calls. You can press the button to answer in phone calls. Press and hold will reject the call, sending them to voicemail. All right, so. But yeah, I like the controls on this. These are very cool. I'm really liking these so far. So here comes the ultimate test of it now. We're going to go ahead and jump into that sound test and see how they do. All right, next up is the sound test. We are in the app right now. I just want to quickly show you guys that we are going to use the custom one. We're going to start off on flat. So we're going to see how they sound right out of the box without any type of adjustments or anything like that on here. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna pop on noise canceling because that's how I like to listen to my music. And then we got, let me see. All right, so we got that in. All right, we're gonna turn my auto play pause back on. That's immaterial to what we're doing, but I want to make sure that's on so I don't forget. All right, so we got it set to noise canceling. We are on flat. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead and grab, let me put these on real quick before you get started. All right, let's go ahead and flip the camera. Now I'm going to flip the camera so that way you can see the top down. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to put me in the box down here. All right, so that way when I do the setting changes, you guys can see it and everything like that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start off with Run DMC's Run's House. Let's go ahead and make sure we have my optimal listening level. All right, we're there. Okay, we're going to start off with that song. All right. Again, remember, there's no high-res audio, high-res audio for these. Okay. Nice 808. Again, we're using it on balance right now, or flat right now. So, okay. I like that. The bass sounds decent. Could use definitely use a little more, but I like the clarity that I'm getting out of the lyrics. And I love the fact that it's giving me that effect of going when that 808 drops, it's going from left to right. I like that. All right, now let's go ahead and. All right, we're going to save this for right now. All right, so we'll listen to another song. All right, I just want to get a little bit of that now. We'll come back to this song a little later on. So we're gonna go ahead and try a different song. It's still staying in flat. All right, let's go with let me see. Let's go with Home by Going Home by Kenny G. Let's see, a little instrumental. All right, not bad sounding. Again, remember, no EQ help. We are strictly flat right now. Saxophone sounds very nice and crisp. Seems like it's got a wider sound stage in this song, too. Ah, very nice. Oh, that sounds good. That actually sounds pretty good. Okay. All right, let me pause that. Now that actually sounds, that sounds pretty good. Not bad. These are warm. I mean, again, no EQ setting, no high res audio, and these guys are sounding pretty crisp with the mids and highs. Again, the bass is there, but again, it could use a little more oomph. But we'll keep going. And again, we'll do like 3 or 4 songs with the one flat EQ. Then we'll go back. We're going to adjust, and then we're going to come back to those same three or 4 songs, and then we're going to see how it sounds, the difference. All right, so we got them two. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit one of our classics. Feeling Good. Dominic Feels I Me. Just so we can get a little bit more of the acapella side. Vocals. Again, nice clarity. Good breathing. The volume is decent. Don't have to worry about turning it up. And I like the way the background vocalist came in. Wow. Again, the enunciation of words, the B's, P's, and T's, popping. I like it. Again, the clarity is very surprising. And get one more with the background vocalist. Again, they come in, they sound clear, balanced, not overpowering the lead vocalist at all. Let me pause that. They're doing a really good job there. Okay, all right. We're gonna keep on moving. We're gonna go down. We're gonna get our bass on back in business. Let's try that. All right, here we go. The ad-libs sound nice and clear. Okay. Nice deep bass. Good bass drop. And again, not overshadowing or overpowering the vocals. So we're good there. Man, these sounded really, really clean. Absolutely, that sounds good. I'm impressed with these so far. And again, the EQ is not helping. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna pause that because again, he's sounding really good. Now they got a sound stage. I'm gonna go ahead and change that up real quick. Let's go in here. I want to see. I'm gonna change. Let me go in here. Let me change my M button to sound stage. All right, so we're gonna let me see. We got it on. So all right, that was sorry. Sound stage is over here. So we can go ahead and press it on this button. Okay. All right, the sound stage widens out with the button press. Turn it off. Okay, now it comes in a little bit more compressed. Okay. All right, so we're going to test that out with some movies because that sounded like it gave me a wider sound stage, which is more likely for watching movies because I had it on here, and we'll continue to toy with that. But let me go. Matter of fact, let me go back to again. We're still using it flat. Let me go back to Kenny G Home, and we're going to change the sound stage. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. Let's go ahead and change it back. Yeah, you definitely tell the difference in the sound stage with this type of song because the saxophone and everything seems a little bit more recessed with the wider sound stage. But when you turn it off and everything gets a little bit more tighter, a little bit more closer, the saxophone comes a little bit more to the front, and it doesn't lose any how the crispness or the sharpness of it, but it just moves it, to more towards the front as opposed to being to the push back a little bit, recessed, if they will. But that's interesting. I like that. We're gonna test that with a movie. All right, so let's go ahead into the app, and now we're gonna go ahead and set up the EQ to the way I like it. First off, we're gonna start off with the V shape, but we're not gonna max it all the way out. We're just gonna give it just a little bit. I want to make sure they're even. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're there. That's what we're going to start off with now with the V shape. All right, now let's go back into our songs. We're going to start with Run's House. Let's go ahead. And again, I'm not turning it up or anything like that. This is just the volume. Natural. I like it so far. Oh, okay. I'm liking this. Okay, these are surprising me. All right, let's change the sound stage. All right, now it's widened out. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's smooth. I want the bass to have a little bit more punch, but it could be the track itself. All right, we will pause that. Could be the track itself. Let's go ahead and turn off the sound stage again. But man, these are surprising me. I'm very yeah. This is eye opening. Oh my goodness, well done, Marshall. All right, here we go. Going home, Kenny G. Again, with my EQ settings, we're using that. All right, now sounds good. I'm waiting for the saxophone to come in. Remember, we got to compress or normal the sound stage. Oh, that sounds good. Let's go ahead and turn on the sound stage now. Okay, this sounds better than into the flat. The saxophone doesn't sound recessed at all now. But you definitely tell how wide the sound stage is. Oh, that sounds good. Oh wow, let me go ahead and turn off the sound stage. Oh man, these are thoroughly impressing me right now. All right, let me pause that. Oh man, these are impressing me. These headphones are really impressing me. All right, let's go ahead. We can go ahead and jump into "Feeling Good" by Dominic Fils-Aimé. All right, now we don't have soundstage turned on, but I'm liking the clarity of the vocals. And very clear. Background vocalists come in and they sounded nice. Let me go ahead and hit the soundstage. Turn that on. Widens them out. Definitely. You can definitely tell the difference. Again, getting all the nuances and stuff. Oh, that sounds good. Yes. And very clear. I wanted it soundstage with the vocalists, the background vocalists, and they came through. Man, they sound like they were like nice and wide, nice spacing. Oh, they sound real, almost like a theater, almost at a concert type thing. They're off of here. So let me go ahead and turn off the sound stage again. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, let's go ahead and get one more song. We're gonna get a couple more songs in. We're gonna go ahead and do our bass song here. Back in Business. We're gonna go back to that one. Now remember, I turned off the sound stage. We're using my preset that I went ahead and set up in the app. So we gonna go. Let's go ahead and. All right, here we go. Very clear with the ad libs. Very clear. Ooh, that bass hits. All right. Sounds smooth. Got that smoothness to it. Nice deep hit. I'm impressed with these. I'm impressed. All right, let me go ahead and turn soundstage on. Okay. Bass still remains smooth. Still clean. The vocals are on point. Nice and clear. You're not losing anything. Oh, that's nice. All right, now we got E40 Oh, E40 came in. He sound clear again. Sometimes when you widen out the soundstage, your bass is drastically changed in certain headphones. Not in these ones. It's a slight change, but not where you can say, "Oh, now my bass done fell off." But you still get that. You still get that nice deep sound to the bass and everything on these. With the soundstage turned on. Make sure I turned it off real quick. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I turned it off. All right. But yeah, you can get that. Oh, let me clear that. You can. These are really impressing me. You can get the. You don't lose the bass as bad as like I said, like you would with other headphones that allow you to change the soundstage and stuff. So you still. I mean, it's a subtle change, but it's not. Is not detrimental to the bass on these. You'll get the soundstage gets wider, but you don't. So far, I haven't lost it with these, and I'm very, very impressed with these so far. So far, I was had my misgivings. I had my preconceptions of these, or my predeterminations of these based on the earbuds from back then. But man, these are really good. So what we're going to do now, real quick, is we're going to go ahead and put some Star Wars or something on with a lot of explosions and stuff like that. We're going to see how these guys hold up with that. And we're going to turn on the soundstage, because that's more likely how I will watch my my shows and stuff like that with these headphones. I will have the soundstage turned on. So let's go ahead and get that test done. All right, we're back in. We got Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith up. What we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go ahead and play it. We do got some, we got to set it. Let me make sure I got the surround. All right. I do have sound stage turned on. Let me put myself in the box here. I do not have it on right now. And I'm just going by the standard. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fast forward a little bit. All right. I wanted to get past the, all right. I want to get past this part here. All right, I'm turning on soundstage now. Well, actually, we're gonna wait till we get some shooting, some explosions, and just the normal, and then we're gonna turn on soundstage and see the difference. I love those ships. All right, we got the ship. We got the smaller ships flying in. Going up against the big cruisers. The galactic cruisers. Oh, yeah, let's get in. And right beneath that, you got all the war going on. I love this movie. Love these movies. All right. We got some laser fire. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn on the soundstage. Ooh, I like the way that soundstage works. All right, I'm getting that real movie theater type sound to it. I'm liking that. Oh, that sounds good, man. This sounds really good. Got a little wobble to my phone here, so I'm trying to keep it level because of my cover here. Oh, that sounds good with the ships zipping by. Absolutely. Oh, I love the bass from the thrusters. All right, let me pause that. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but with a copyright notification or something. But man, that sounds fantastic. Let me go ahead and get that out of there. That sounds great, fantastic with the soundstage on the movie. So if you want to use these, if you want to listen to movies with these, make sure you turn the soundstage on. You will thoroughly enjoy it, and I'm quite sure that has to go same with like. If you're binge watching shows and stuff like that, definitely make sure you do it with the sound stage. I'm gonna turn it off for right now and everything. But yeah, these are surprising. These really truly did surprise me with the sound. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead. We'll talk about my likes and dislikes of the Marshall Monitor 3 ANC headphones. All right, we are back in for my likes and dislikes of the Marshall Monitor ANC 3 or Marshall 3 ANC headphones. Sorry about that. First, let me go ahead and talk about my likes. And there's only one real glaring, well, not my likes, but my dislikes, because there's only the one real glaring one on here. And that is no high res audio codec. I think that having something like LDAC or even aptX codec would definitely take these to the next level. I mean, even on just the basic codec, AAC, SBC, these surprisingly sound really good. I thought it would be like a low volume. The bass wouldn't hit as hard or anything like that. But no, it does a great job. So let me go ahead and switch over to my likes, because I think that's the only dislike that I have for these. All right. Let's go. Let's run down a few of the likes that I have from them then. All right. First off, I like the build quality. Yes, it's more of a plastic type build, but no creaking or anything like that. Doesn't seem like it's actually that's metal right there. Yeah. All right. So, but still, no creaking at all on this. Very solidly built, nicely done. I really do like this cream color with the gold accent. I like that. And it's something different in my collection because I got plenty of black headphones. So I try to get as many different colors as I possibly can. But yeah, I like the build quality on these. This is very solid. I love the materials they're using, like this faux leather on the cans, as well as the headband here. Even though I love the fact that they give you this is the actual headband, and they give you the arch, because and it's very comfortable for a long-term use. I like that they have that on there. Gives you that real DJ type vibe with all the throwback, like the cables and stuff like that. Makes you feel like you're DJing the party with these. I'm quite sure you probably could too, but they just give you that old school feel to it and everything. Let's see. I like the fit and feel on these. The clamping force is not bad. It's very comfortable. The ear pads, nice and soft. Memory foam in there, very comfortable. And like I said, these contribute to the clamping force not being as bad. I like the depth of the ear cups inside, like going back towards the back of your ear. It's deeper, so you get like almost like an airy type feel or sound to it, what you're listening to. And your ear is not pressing up against, especially the back of your ear is not pressing up against the wall where the speakers are. Really does help with sound and everything. Very comfortable. All right. Also, what I do like is this multifunction button or a knob right here. Can do everything you need to do right here on it. I literally took a phone call with these on not too long ago. My best friend gave me a call, and I was in the middle of this, so it was off camera, of course. But yeah, very easy to manipulate and everything. I love the fact that they hidden the extra buttons on the arms, so you don't have extra buttons around. Makes it look very clean. So if you're really not paying attention to it, you wouldn't know it unless you look really close to it. But I love the fact that they have these buttons, the ANC and your Marshall, your personalized. You can configure the Marshall button. I'll call it the Marshall button. You have them both. Just hidden, for lack of better terms. Keeps the look very clean. I love the fact that these do the complete 180 when it comes to laying them flat. I always say, especially a headphone should be able to do that. So when you go back this way, you can lay it flat that way. I do like that. Your multiple ways of of listening. You can do wired or wireless. I like that. Oh, one more thing that I don't like is how short that charging cable is. That's ridiculous. That cable should be at least as probably half the length of the audio cable, in my opinion. That out of the box is just that was just bad. So I wanted to put that out there as a dislike. So there's two. All right, and then let me see what else is there. I like the app on these. I like the way the app sit. I don't know why I keep pulling up that Samsung wallet. All right, so let me go into the app. I like the way the app sets up for you. I mean, you don't have too many pages and everything, but you got everything you need on here. I just like the way that works. You know, just soundstage and everything like that. You know, you can turn it on. And I love the fact that you can do room size, amount. I like the fact that you can do that, and everything. But man, the soundstage is fantastic on here. Wonderful. All right. Again, all your features are here. You can go more, and it gives you some in-depth stuff. But I like the way it's set up on here. And of course, you can add other devices once you get them in. I like the way that looks. And the interface is very, very pleasing to the eye as well. All right, so noise canceling on these, surprisingly good. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to not be as good as it is. But yeah, definitely surprised me there with that, and I'm happy for it. It was a happy surprise. Really good noise canceling. Let me see. Okay, now let's go in the price on these right now. Also, I like that. For the price of these, the price you're getting out of these is definitely worth looking at right now at this price. Also, like the case, even though I'm more of the cases where you hold them, sit them like this, and you wear it, and you can rock them like that or flat. But I do like this case. I like the fact that the color matches your headphones. Got that like velour type feel on the inside. So nice little pouch in here. I like the way he did it. Magnetic instead of Velcro. That's always a good thing. Yeah, it looks very classy with the Marshall branding on it and everything. Looks very, very elegant, very high end ish, if you will. All right. So, and the sound. The sound on these is surprisingly good for not having a high res codec on them. The clarity of the vocalists was surprisingly good. I'm seriously, I honestly thought that because they didn't have a high res codec, these guys was going to suffer as far as clarity, bass, and everything and everything in between. But actually, no, these thoroughly surprised me with the bass and everything. It just sounds so clean, absolutely. And then when I got ahead and added my EQ settings, oh man, all bets were off, and they sound really good. I'm already thinking about putting these guys through a gauntlet because I can already think of a couple pair of headphones, 3 pair of headphones right off the top of my head that I would like to have these go up against. I might even just do that. I know I got my rankings coming up, so I definitely want to get these through a gauntlet and see if these guys will make the rankings and stuff, because these are really, really good. And yeah. And then when you add the soundstage to it, it widens out. Oh, certain songs, it's on point. Well, actually, every song I listened to, it wasn't bad. Like the bass, there was a slight difference in the bass, the low end, but not like a drastic one like I normally experience on some headphones when you go and you widen out the soundstage. When you widen the soundstage, when the bass takes a significant drop, a significant hit rather. You didn't get that here. It was a real subtle hit on these. And yeah, I'm very, very impressed with it. Very impressed with them. Now, again, I did not max out the volume on these because I don't listen to mine at a high volume level. But even at flat, they had decent volume. But then when I went ahead and made my V shape, it brightened up, and it's spot on for me I got what I'm getting out of it. I love what I'm getting out of it, and I can't argue at all about it. So they sound really, really. I'm very impressed with them. I'm going to go ahead and put these through a gauntlet and put that up on the channel because I think these guys after this testing, I think these guys deserve to go up against some of the other ones there. So yeah, let me see anything else. No. Oh, and the battery life. By all means, the battery life. Are you seriously 70 plus hours with noise canceling turned on? 100 hours with noise canceling turned off? Come on, you can't. Even you can't. You cannot. When you talk about nice battery life, you cannot say that without mentioning these headphones. I'm sorry, but yeah. Man, that right there will top off all my likes and dislikes for the Marshall Monitor 3 A.N.C headphones. Let's wrap this up. So this has been an unboxing and review of the Marshall Monitor 3 A.N.C headphones. I highly recommend at least giving these guys a try, especially since the price drop. Again, these guys have been out for a little bit, but I was finally able to get these guys in, and I am very happy that I did. As always, if you like what you see, go and hit the like button. If you want to join me as I continue to do videos like this and others, go and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you want to become a member of the channel, go and hit the join button. It's only $1.99 a month. It helps out, helps you be able to bring products like these to the desk for unboxings, comparison videos, the Gauntlet series, and the like. Either way, I appreciate you guys be at least stopping by and checking out my videos, becoming a subscriber of the channel or a member, or like I say, just stopping in and seeing what we got going on here at Ronald Tech. So again, I appreciate you guys coming out. As always, I'll leave links in the description below if you're interested in looking at these or picking these up. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.